Hello and welcome. Recently, the Bernank gave a press conference. Since he has a history of being wrong about everything, and has a tendency to lie, we decided to provide commentary from someone who is the exact opposite of him. Since the Bernank is a highly educated PhD, the Anti-Bernank is a crash test dummy. Our dummy is so dumb he can't even speak, so he'll use basic gestures to communicate. So did you watch the press conference? What do you think of all the economic mumbo-jumbo he said? Why do you think he does not speak English? Do you think he is trying to confuse us? What was the most important part of his talk? You mean when he talked about how he wants a strong dollar? What, you don't think he really wants the dollar to go up? He quoted Timothy Geithner saying we have a strong dollar policy. What do you think of Geithner? Do you think we have an inflation problem? Does common sense tell you the weaker the dollar gets, the pricier imports like gasoline get, so the weak dollar is causing inflation? On a scale of 1 to 5, how concerned does the Bernank seem about inflation? On the same scale, how concerned are most people you know? How big a danger do you think inflation poses to our economy? And what do you think of the Bernank saying his policies have nothing to do with commodity inflation? How do you think President Obama is reacting to what the Fed is doing? And how does Wall Street feel about the Bernank's policies? Is that because the inflation the Fed is creating is making the stock market go up? But is the same inflation hurting poor people that don't own any stocks? Does the Fed give a damn about poor people? And how do Wall Street people feel about a Federal Reserve that doesn't care about poor people? Does the Fed enact most of its policies to please Wall Street? But how do most Americans feel about Wall Street? So then how do you think the Fed should deal with Wall Street? But in reality, what has the Fed or our government in general done to control Wall Street? So with the Fed printing money, and Wall Street left unchecked, what happens to commodity prices on a daily basis? And what will these commodity spikes do to the fragile American economy? So ultimately, you think the Bernank's policies are choking our economic recovery. Won't that just cause another economic crisis? Are you smarter than a fifth grader? Is the Bernank smarter than a fifth grader? Doesn't that make you smarter than the Bernank? But you don't own a ton of stocks. And you do have to buy gas and food. So like most people in America, you are the dummy.